Lepidus, relevant to Octavian for the first time in years, had largely felt ignored. It was 36 BCE, and for 4 years, Lepidus had only been left with the small province of Africa, while Octavian and Antony were living large in several provinces. On the island of Sicily, Lepidus found an opportunity to reclaim some power. One of Sextus's generals surrendered his army to Lepidus, whose army suddenly grew to 20 legions. To unite them, the new comrades engaged in some team-building activities. In this case, plundering the city of Messana. Lepidus, with his large army, wanted to make Sicily part of his African province. The 27-year-old Octavian was not going to let this boomer walk all over him.
Future's now, old man.
Octavian walked into Lepidus's camp with just a few of his officers. Around him, Lepidus's entire army watched the young Triumvirate breeze by them. Most of them were strangers to him, and quite a few of them were recent enemies. Only a handful would have served under Julius Caesar. A javelin was launched at Octavian and only narrowly missed him, but he kept walking straight to the center of the camp. At the center of the camp, Octavian addressed the soldiers, urging them to leave Lepidus and join him. He grabbed a legionary eagle, and marched out of the camp with it. A few soldiers followed, but most were unsure what to do. Outside of the camp, more of Octavian's army arrived, which put more pressure on the men to decide their loyalty. Furthermore, Lepidus failed to do anything nearly as inspiring or intimidating as the young and bold Caesar. Uninspired by Lepidus's leadership, his army left him for Octavian. There was nothing for Lepidus to do except surrender. Lepidus, on the verge of finally taking charge of something for himself, lost everything.
Do you feel in charge?
Octavian stripped Lepidus of his powers as a triumvir and even his lowly African province.
Yeah, I gotta get security. I want this man out of my sight right here. Get him out of here. He's got no place in here. Get rid of him, okay?
However, Octavian did leave Lepidus with his life. During the proscriptions, Octavian, Antony, and even Lepidus had killed a lot of men. Yet Octavian now offered mercy, as his adoptive father Julius Caesar once had. Lepidus also got to keep his title of Pontifex Maximus. But the title was nothing, and Lepidus was made totally irrelevant in Roman politics for the rest of history. Lepidus was put under house arrest in a nice home in the Italian countryside. It was a much more peaceful fate than most of Octavian's other enemies at this point. About 2 decades later, Lepidus would die peacefully as an old man at 76 years old. He had lived a quiet life and didn't ruffle anyone's feathers.
Look, I'm not proud to share this, but the truth is I just kept crawling and it kept working.